first things first. Teleport on hit. What happens is, if you get hit in a biome, you'll be teleported back up to the top of the mountain. The Holy Mountain, from whence you came. They will have 30 minutes to post a time or win. The fastest time wins the day. If it has to go into overtime, it's the first to win. Dadwrestler and supercon22 will get them into chat. We'll say hello. And we'll move on to the next TP on hit to Holy Mountain. But Dadwrestler, how you doing, my friend? Welcome. Okay, we'll go to supercon22 first. How you doing, man? Hope you're having an awesome day. Hope you're enjoying the stream. You ready to run?
Yeah. Also, Dadwrestler was muted. He's here now.
Yeah, go ahead for a super.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm Super, or supercon22. I've been playing Noita on and off for like a year now. But speedrunning, I've only done it very recently, and I'm awful at it.
I've got to ask, whereabouts is that accent from? I noticed it before and I didn't.
Sorry. So I'm from South England, but my accent's all over the place because I have a lot of
I couldn't place
friends.
it. I really couldn't.
A lot of people say I sound like old German.
Regardless, it's fantastic to have you here, my friend. Again, the first time runner for the summit. Yeah, it's going to be a pleasure to watching you run, as well as Dadwrestler. How you doing?
I'm
Are
here
you ready
now.
to run
Yes.
as well?
I'm ready to run. I've been getting very excited for the summit and preparing my buff as I should, but I think it's going to be a very good and fair competition.
Again, you've seen what DFaz and Darren, their strategies going into it. You'll have your own strategies. I was about to say I won't let you discuss it here, but you know, keep it. Well, I say keep it to yourselves. Put on a good performance, my friend. Oh, and more importantly, just have fun. That's what we're here for, of course. And no matter what, you know, everyone else will have fun then. And I'm sure we'll see some good content, no matter what. Because again, that's what Noita is great at. No matter what happens, it's always great content because it's Noita. But we'll get a seed from chat right now. If we could just, you know, have a few numbers from chat, please. I'll grab another 9. And so that's a 3, 8, 9, Alias. 60. I'm only going to take a 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. So, if you want to get the seed changer ready,
Yep.
we have, and I'll post it just to make sure, in January Summit 2021. We have 3, 3, 8, 9, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
And we are at 18 minutes past. We have 1 minute till it is 20 past on the clock. Start at 20 past. You've got 1 minute from now.
Okay.
Congratulations. Good luck to both of you. Hope you have an awesome run. And we'll catch you soon. So, we move on to the second race of today, my friends. And as they get ready, I am also wondering what kind of strategy they may bring. Whether it'll just charge, you know, find some acceleratorium, find anything they can. That's the thing. We don't know what they'll find. And we will have another member of the commentary team coming in. I think we'll grab a very well-known member of the community who's been around for a long time. He's done great things. He's been here, he's been there, he's been a bit of everywhere. But I believe if Aliasbot, the man, Tablet Master himself, would like to join us for this little run. How you doing, my friend?
Hey there, hey there. I'm excited to see these runs. Let's go ahead and take a look.
And they have just started up at 20 past. They've got half an hour.
Yep, so we've got Supercon versus Dadwrestler. You can see Supercon's already starting to pour out that polymorph. Same thing for Dadwrestler. A lucky polymorph from both players, or unlucky, depending on your opinion. Oh, Steven right away, or Scoud, I suppose, the big brother.
Is that exactly how you pronounce it?
I believe so.
Scott. Everyone's calling him Scott.
Scott is fine. That's a reasonable name.
Yeah. The people, the Noita Discord are trying to start a movement here. They started Steak and they start Scott. I don't know.
We'll have to
Maybe it'll go
find
another
out.
way. But the first area, of course, just a gathering mission, trying to find anything you can, seeing what the seed is all about.
For sure. The first floor is really, really important, in my opinion, because that's the floor where you find black holes and chainsaws. Fairly likely, so...
All-seeing eye as well, you know?
Yes, indeed. There's quite a few fantastic spells that can be found exclusively here. Dadwrestler doing a quick reset, but Supercon has managed to find himself some glitter bombs, which are great for trick money, as well as digging, and gunpowder flask as well.
Yeah, gunpowder flask, well, it's a tricky one if you hit a little bit of terrain near you, and that's popping you right back up to the start. But again, the actual...
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
dearie me. Yeah, I can distract my
with
train
the
of thought.
amazing luck. Getting to skip an entire floor.
Okay, that's a... okay, but he'll suffocate. Yeah, he'll suffocate and get taken back up to the Holy Mountain. But since he hasn't actually been into the Holy Mountain the first time, oh, he will. You'll get... It's based on the coordinates of where you are, not if you've been into the Holy Mountain before.
Yeah, 8 more of those and he's set. He also managed to find Luminous Drill right away, which is just an incredible spell at this point in the game. Supercon is still collecting gold on this first floor here, but Dadwrestler, with a little bit of luck, taking a pretty clear advantage.
Well, he's not going to get that one again, Dadwrestler, I assume. Although Noita has the capacity to surprise, of course. You never know if you're getting Chaos Poly every time you restart. It would require a restart or some big balls to keep on spraying yourself with it, considering...
It would... Absolutely. Now, Supercon does get an advantage in that he has found a shop on the first floor with freeze charge, and he gets to explore the entire second floor shop, which is pretty high value. So, despite Dadwrestler having an early lead here in terms of distance, I feel that Supercon has a lot of potential for growth in the immediate future on his side.
Well, Dadwrestler has missed out the perk. He's not actually going back into the Holy Mountain to grab the perk either. So if that was homing, for instance, and with the Luminous Drill, he could find bubble sparks that could fire really rapidly with homing, and say he got the freeze charge from the shop, he would literally just incapacitate most enemies. You could still get shot, but you just managed to pull out that damage and pull yourself forward.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is since you're only being teleported back, it sort of mitigates the punishment for getting hit to an extent, and you can really sort of brute force these sorts of runs if you get the right materials. Of course, there are like major stopping points like Hisi base, but I think that with some good piloting, these players can definitely find some clever ways through. You can see more chaotic polymorph being used by Dadwrestler here. And invisibility being picked up by Supercon. Incredible get right there.
He's also got friends. Yeah, we've got to love friends in Noita. They're so rare.
And occasionally they can be valuable.
Oh, I've really grown on them. Mainly because, you know, such a punishing game. You'll take anyone you can.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my goodness, that is a pretty high value wand found by Dadwrestler. If you can find the right goodies to combo with it, Explosive Projectile has a lot of potential for growth, and that wand in general is quite strong. You can see Supercon here has managed to catch up and is just sprinting through this second floor. Dadwrestler is at the precipice, able to leave if he chooses, but he's risking it. He's pushing his limits, seeing what he can do, maybe finding some extra goodies on the second floor.
Twitch chat, best chat from chat. Well, this is certainly a seed. Every time, this is why we pick them from Twitch chat, best chat, because Twitch chat have the best seed giving RNG I have ever
we
seen
can
Twitch
find
chat best
this
chat.
way.
Twitch just have that chat-based instinct to give good seeds.
Oh,
It's-
an unbelievable acid throw.
I was trying to grab it
From
earlier.
the,
Did not
oh
work.
my goodness, that is extremely unfortunate for Dadwrestler. He's going to be right back to square one here. I doubt he's going to get that teleport again, but who knows?
My
Maybe
only chance
this
is
time
getting
he'll
turned back into
find
a worm.
freezing charge, which will give him a really powerful offensive advantage in the near future here. You can see Supercon is testing out his build. He's quite happy with just a freezing charge spark bolt. Keep in mind he's got invisibility to work with, and yeah, it's looking pretty nice for Supercon, but it's still very early on in the run, so it could go either way.
It really is. He also picked up the Luminous Drill, Supercon. Theory time.
Hmm.
Since when you poly into another enemy, you are no longer the physical presence of the Noita, and it works mechanically quite differently.
Oh my god, the plays.
If you get hit while you are polyed, you won't get ported back. It won't. The game won't recognize you as Noita.
that is
We got
that.
set on fire.
We're just getting it.
Or will it?
no
Has
left
it the
today.
coding in the mod been accounted for that? So if you could
Trying to
poly
keep it interesting.
into another enemy that won't get shot, or if it gets shot, will survive and won't get ported back,
Number 3.
could that be a potential manipulation?
I think you could definitely use that strategy, and it does appear that like you can get hit and it won't teleport you back, but it is obviously a very high risk maneuver because the chances you turn into a fish are not terribly unlikely, and that's just 4 HP. There's a bunch of different enemies in this game that die very, very easily. So we'll see what happens. You can see that supercon22 really taking their time here, shopping the wands, and Dadwrestler is doing their best to catch up. A teleport spell as well picked up by Supercon going into the 3rd floor. This can be one of the most difficult floors in this sort of run, depending on how you approach it. Enemies are able to shoot you from off screen, and it can be very, very tricky if you don't have your movement perfectly on point.
Hey, right in the cart. Dadwrestler, he knows his
trying to get that worm
obligations, his priorities, most certainly.
The move.
I don't think it's gonna happen though.
Yeah, smooth moves, Supercon down into the snowy depths. Again, this is where it starts to get really... If you're going to apply the term bullet
So I
hell,
think we didn't
of course,
check out the
long
first shot, so-
runs redefine that definition. However,
Guess
in
this
the
time
regular
can-
run, this is where it starts to get a little bit hectic with projectiles flying all over the place.
The pace definitely starts to pick up on this floor, and there is so much accidental damage to be had. Look at all this freezing vapor. A single pixel of this will set Supercon back up. Look at him dodging artfully. Oh my goodness. Very, very safe play of waiting it out. I like it. He just has to take his time. If he gets off this floor, obviously that grants him a decent lead. Dadwrestler stumbling into the spell shop that was found previously by Supercon. That means he's also got the freezing charge Supercon sent back up. But he's going to be able to recover that distance really quickly thanks to his teleport.
Yeah, limited damage there, especially with a teleport. Gets back to there within 5 to 10 seconds. Again, the bubbles, though, produced from that enemy are... Well, you got to keep your distance. Don't stay above them. And he makes it very quickly.
Overall,
Again, he's got a very good setup here.
Yes, very well handled indeed. You can see both of them are now in wand shops. However, separate wand shops. These are not... these are separated by a couple of floors at this point. Supercon choosing to go with the critical hit plus. That's plus 15% critical hit chance, which is 5 times damage. Not too shabby. However, the wand building situation has not really improved too much for Supercon off of that floor, which is to be expected. Dadwrestler also opting to pick up the invisibility. We didn't see much of that used on or by Supercon just yet, so we'll see if Dadwrestler makes more use of it than Supercon does.
Yeah, considering the type of run, I would have thought, and I believe if I was running this, I would personally invest in the invisibility, considering if you're not getting seen, you're not getting shot.
Oh, it's incredibly
There's
high
a
value.
general rule. Of course, you can still be hit. However, it takes work. And maybe sometimes it's just better to plow on through. There's no right answer. It's all about personal taste and personal strats and what you are comfortable with and what you can make work. What might work for one person won't work for another, and you've just got to see what happens. Especially when you're watching competitive Noita, because you never know the person who is running a different way from you all this time. You come back and you check them out, and you're like, well, I'll be damned. I never thought that'd work. The amount of times I've watched Noita and had that thought in my head is ridiculous.
I agree. This game really promotes a diversity of play, and it's just amazing to see all the different style choices that people can make and have work for them. Supercon taking a really risky teleport after using their invisibility, very gracefully defeating that toaster, and is right at the precipice of this floor Hisi base, and he made it. That is beautiful. Dadwrestler only behind, what would this be, like one floor? Hisi base is up next for him, but it's looking close. Supercon and Dadwrestler have discovered different wands. Supercon has been utilizing a teleport wand, and Dadwrestler has access to an explosive projectile wand, as well as an immunity there as well. The fire immunity is obviously really, really high value for this sort of run.
Yeah, Supercon getting a little bit bullied by the jungle there. From Best Bar Top NA in chat, how long is the summit? We have a few more races after this one, 4 in total. Then we have Nymph's Pyre coming on to promote some very high-end wand learning. Some just you've got to stick around for Nymph's Pyre, what you can do with wands, seriously. And then we're finishing off the summit with a nice little, what's the word?
Grudge match.
Yeah, beef. Some good beef, you know, some big fat beef. We're gonna get something sorted. Stay tuned. There's a lot more content to come, my friends.
You can see that the jungle here is actually posing quite a few risks. These new coward enemies, spawning enemies right on your forehead, is rather dangerous. It can be really tricky to deal with, but you can see Supercon here is utilizing all of these discovered wands. He's got a missile wand that is really pumping some damage. Dadwrestler shaking his Noita head in disbelief at the sight of this toxic pool slowing him down, but he did manage to safely traverse the frozen depths here and is heading into Hisi base. This is still a very close and competitive race.
Yeah, absolutely competitive when you're only a biome and a half ahead. There's not really any considerable lead considering the type of damage enemies can bring to you, the amount of time enemies can waste of yours, and the way the actual variance of time it can take to get through a biome. Again, people approach it differently. Some people can get through in 10, 20 seconds. Some people can take 20, 30, 40 minutes. And, you know, if you're looking for everything, take even longer.
Absolutely. It's just a simple matter of play style and mannerism. It's very important to find what works for you. And obviously, there can be that bit of a tortoise in the hare dynamic. You can see Supercon is trying to use this teleportatium here, and he keeps getting teleported back into this one open area. That can be really tricky. Teleportitis is relatively complex. If you don't have an open space where your mouse is facing, or if it's a different biome for where your mouse is facing, it will teleport you in a random direction instead. You can see he's being forced back up to the top of the jungle, while Dadwrestler also being forced back up to the top of Hisi. It looked like he was most of the way through. Hisi base, notoriously short floor comparatively, and Supercon does finally manage to make it through the jungle here. See if he chooses to purchase that drill. No, he's just going to walk right on by.
Well, that's a tricky choice. Do you go with the HP for consistency down the biome to clear the way? He does.
That's an interesting
I would have thought
choice.
the old projectile back eater thingy would be, well, premium, maybe. I don't know. Again, there is no premium. There is just what you've learned to use.
Yeah, I mean, at a first glance, back shield would have been amazing, but I do like the extra consistency that extra HP brings, because this allows him to potentially take like an explosive that otherwise he may not have been able to. As you can see here, Dadwrestler manages to make it through Heasy keeping it competitive. He's going to be closing in on the jungle here. This is a floor that can really go one way or the other with how the enemies are. The melee enemies can sometimes totally whiff, and obviously with the invisibility, that can be incredibly valuable. So we'll see how it goes. Supercon making quick work of the vault there as well. My goodness, the floors are absolutely flying by between these two.
Grabs a repulsion field, I would assume. Indeed. Again, a wise choice getting down into the last area here. A very wise choice with invisibility. He takes a quick moment to compose himself, I am sure, and to move forward with a teleport. Of course, it would reveal his invisibility. We'll see how far he can get without having to dig, without having to expose himself. But Supercon, the only real trouble he had in that previous vault was the Jazz Hands robot monk dude who can see you while you're invisible and can if there's a few of them, they can pose quite a problem.
Yeah, they are kind of awkward to dodge because their bodies are so separate from where they attack from. It's quite an interesting enemy to go up against in this sort of instance. And the temple is notorious for having a ton of dead ends. If you don't have decent digging in this area, or like consistent teleports, then you're going to have a really tough time. And you can see Supercon is deciding to take their time, utilizing this freeze while Dadwrestler navigates their way through the jungle using wormholes. But you can see time and time again, supercon22 is getting knocked back. Thankfully, his HP is still nominal, so he is not going to have any issues there whatsoever. But Dadwrestler is closing the gap. He just managed to make his way through the jungle, and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, freezing just brings so much advantage. If it's melee enemies, it incapacitates them. If it's a enemy that produces projectiles, just eliminating a lot of projectiles that could be on screen by incapacitation. Allow you to move past them without even killing them sometimes. You know, just if you feel like you've got some speed on you, just slip right past them. Dadwrestler using a bit of invisibility until he has to kick the door, and then the acid, again, it can linger. It can get your toes, and even a slight touch will get you sent back.
Beautiful play by Dadwrestler, managing to avoid that acid. This is definitely a spicy vault with all of its fire and no stain. Ideally, you keep your mage moist at all times, but if you're using that invisibility, you've gotta stay dry. Supercon making their way through Temple of the Art, slow and steady. My goodness, the Mage of Wounding giving him some troubles. Definitely a dangerous enemy. These new mages are no joke. They can really pose some troubles, but Supercon does manage to get the kill. And unfortunately, Dadwrestler set back to the top of the vault. Hopefully this time he manages to make it through. We'll see. This is getting extremely close.
Now, going back to what you were saying before about staying hydrated on a speedrun, when you've got the speedrun mentality and you know everything needs to be a little bit accelerated, staying hydrated and keeping a flask full of water, that can be problematic. You might even just forget about it or run out, like grab some early doors, but run out as you're progressing because you need to stay hydrated so you don't get set on fire, especially in this type of run. And you just run out and you forget about it and then you pay the price as Dadwrestler gets into the next holy mountain.
Yep, very nice, very nice. Yes, it is very important, but that said, you gotta make sure that you utilize the perks you're given, and invisibility is a godsend on a type of run such as this. You can see repulsion being picked up by Dadwrestler as well, putting a lot of value on that repulsion perk. It is a very, very potent perk for this sort of run. Although slightly diminished returns on this floor, as most projectiles are moving a little bit faster at this point. But at this point, I would say Supercon has a slight edge as they have explored this floor a substantial amount more. But maybe Dadwrestler can find the path that Supercon has not yet.
Well, this is it. The art is notorious for sending you around either in circles, blocking you off. It's an absolute maze, especially if you're having to get sent back all the time and having to redo places you've done before. Oh, Dadwrestler for the second time.
Can he survive?
He's on fire. That shouldn't kill him.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing luck. And even if he gets teleported back at this point, he's got a massive tunnel halfway down the temple. This is amazing.
That just equals things right up. I don't even know who's in the lead now.
This is an absolute...
They're on the same patch. Or... Are they on the same patch of land? Pretty much.
They're very close to one another by the looks of it. And
supercon
sent back. Oh, and the acid, both of them are sent back.
Dadwrestler having the whole, like you say.
Yeah, so supercon...
Will they use invisibility?
Teleport. Dadwrestler has this fantastic worm path. This is just insane. Temple of the Art is so brutal for these sorts of runs. There's a little bit of frozen acid in his tunnel. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is a disaster.
Will he stay invisible? Will he need to get hydrated if he gets set on fire? Any little wrong step here? Toxic, lava, fire, everything. Oof. And supercon getting punted back again, but again, this is far from over. Even if they get punted back, the other person could easily just wander into the darkness and wander into a projectile that's been waiting for them all their life.
That's exactly it. And both the players' HPs are looking quite high, which is nice. Oh, Dadwrestler taking advantage of the invisibility once again. Well on his way, trying a slightly different path from previous. supercon trying to brute force it at this point with his teleport, see if he can find that path. It's really looking close. These new AoE damage enemies are so brutal for this mod. Dadwrestler carving out a new path for himself. That luminous drill from the second floor is being absolutely just a necessity at this point. And Dadwrestler is getting very, very close to the bottom here, but there's acid everywhere. Let's see if he can make it past, find a path. supercon is close on his tail, but Dadwrestler manages to make it through the portal, just barely, having that repulsion save him from the blinding mage. Oh my goodness. Now let's see if he's got the boss kill plan.
And we're going to listen into Dadwrestler for a moment here. Okay, and Dadwrestler's back up in the fight, and he gets him immediately. Oof.
Absolutely beautiful.
And that's how it's done.
From Dadwrestler, that's how it's done. Oh! Okay. That
impressive.
Is... Okay.
A minor setback indeed.
And with 7 minutes to spare, Dadwrestler manages to get the GG. supercon couldn't have had far to go. A very, very valiant attempt from both competitors there. I think we'd all agree.
Yes,
everybody
super
watching.
Impressive runs on both sides.
That will be Dadwrestler going up against Darrenthewizard then for our final here today for TP on Hit to Mountain.
Yep, the two top competitors will be duking it out here. You can see supercon is just trying to finish off his run. But yeah, do you have any predictions? What are you expecting? Dadwrestler played at quite a aggressive pace, I must say.
I think it's quite even considering the amount of time it took for Darren to settle into the run. Again, it depends on the seed as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what they get, how they get comfortable. There's very even competition. Possibly more in this one, but we'll just have to see.
You can see here, supercon is doing his very best to clean up this run, finish it off. He's got the tools, and I think he's closing in on the bottom here. You can see there's an earthquake that's gone off here. That's actually going to make it a lot easier to dig through, which can be pretty handy in this sort of situation. Looks like he should almost be there. Look at that. He's right at the finish line. beautiful teleport. Let's see if he can finish this off. He's got the freezing charge combination as well, so it should be an easy kill.
Let's see.
It's like quite a lot of money, considering.
Let's go.
I can barely ever buy ones in there.
There's TP, there's Magic Missile, here's Decoys. I kind of want to cast Decoy. What's this like? You know what, let's just go in like this. Oh, maybe we can egg fend. Let's get some egg fends. There we go. Wait a minute. I skipped that, wow.
Theory crafting, look at that.
So I've not seen Decoy. I'm not sure how it works exactly. Go Decoy! Decoy, you're useless! Come on! Decoy! No! And I'm back up here!
Oh no, the double setback!
No! Oh my god.
Oh.
Decoy, you let me down.
Oh. At least he had his friends with him in the fight.
That's exactly it.
Everyone's laughing. Oh! No! I went too high. Oh.
And of course.
Please. Please. TP. TP down. TP down. No! No! Colby was there. Wait, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. You're late, buddy. You meant to be up here. Ah. Call me. Come here. Why can't I TP anymore? Oh, I've been nullified. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Back up here. Hey, 69.9. Right, call me. Where are you? Call me. Call me. Where are you? Call me. I need you here, buddy. You up above me? I think he's above me. So I should tactically take damage. Let's tactically take damage. There we go. Alright, call me, where are you? I know you're up here. Never mind. God, I really balls this up, haven't I? Please. Oh, he was right there. Okay. Call me. Come up. Up, 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 up. Come on. Come on. Up here, buddy. Call me. Talking to you, mister. There we go. Ah, I missed. Oh, what? Boom. Okay, now we need to get away. How did he get? He went here. And here we go. Okay. No! Yes! Woo! We made it! Woo! Oh my god. That was amazing! My god. Alright, what's the time? What's the time? Do I have time? What's the time? Come on, come on. 28:55. Screenshot. Okay, 28:55. Do I have time for another? I'm gonna do another. If they don't want me to, then spam my
Fantastic scenes there. However, it has crossed 50, so there is no more time. We will get the word to Supercon. Go again! Unfortunately, I was watching the time, and it did cross to 50 minutes. We started at 20. So unfortunately, he was seconds too late. We do have a winner in Dadwrestler. Plus, it is overtime, so overtime only applies when both have not finished a run. And Dadwrestler will move forward into the final to TP to Mountain when hit with Darrenthewizard. Should be an outrageous final, my friends. Shall we get Super and Dadwrestler to talk about their runs? Because I think we all need to talk to them here, you know, here in commentary. Chat needs to talk to them. How you doing, Dad?
Oh, my nerves are... You know what? I'm happy. That was some high-level gameplay from both competitors.
Supercon as well. That was beautiful. I think we'd all agree.
I gotta give my shoutouts to Chaotic Polymorphing there.
Oh, just the worms and the colmies and the constant back and forth. Seriously, it was such a close competition.
I guess I lost.
Dadwrestler did pinch it. You were so close though. Like you were both in the art at the same time, both moving back and forth.
I just got like I haven't had enough practice with Temple. I just thought if I get to Temple, I can make it. But then I skipped the TP on the boss fight because I TP'd through it. Like, and I just that ruined it for me. Well,
regardless, it might have not been, you know, versus Dadwrestler, a technically successful run, but I think you entertained absolutely everybody watching. Both of you, Dadwrestler, Supercon, such an awesome competition there. Thank you so much for participating. Supercon22, Dadwrestler. It was just, that's the kind of thing we just love here at the Noita Summit, and highly appreciate it.
For having us.
You're straight back in, Dadwrestler. You stick around. Supercon, once again. Much love, my friend. Thank you for participating. Again, that was just beautiful. And we will catch up with you soon, my friend. But most definitely, we'll be moving on to the next set of runs. The same rules will apply.